Hello, this is Aobo's homework 4. So let's see the first question. Okay, so for the first questions, first we get y is equal to gx and equal to this one. And we can draw the gx like this. Less than 0 is 1, and 0 to 1 is 0. And from 1 to 2 is minus x plus 1. And after 2 is minus 1. So you can easily find that y is from minus 1 to 1 like this, and fy we can easily find that y is less than minus 1 is 0 and more than 1 is 1. We can easily find that. So for y from minus 1 to 1, we add the y is equal to minus 1, we can get p y equal to minus 1 is equal to px more than 2, and is y minus fx2. And at y equal to 0 is p y equal to 0, and is fx1 minus fx0. And from at y equal to 1 is p y equal to 1, and is fx0. And in minus 1 to 0, and we can get that y is equal to minus x plus 1. Minus x plus 1, and fyy is equal to fxx divided gx divide. So, and we can get that fx minus 1 minus y plus 1 and divided minus 1s. And we can get fx minus 1 plus 1. So in total, we can easily find fyy is in summary like this: equal to 1 from minus 1 to 0, equal to 0, equal to 1, and others is 0. After that, we can do an integral of the fyy and do the calculate of the capital Fyy, and it's y minus f1 is 0 and y equal more and equal to 1 is 1. We can easily find that. And from y from minus 1 to 0 and 0 to 1, we can calculate it like this. So first, from minus 1 to 0, fyy is equal to py less and equal to y, and it's p minus x plus 1 less and equal to y, and p x more than minus 1 plus 1, and it is 1 minus fx minus 1 plus 1. And for y more than 0 and less than 1, it's the same. So we can easily find that fyy from minus 1 to 0 and from 0 to 1 like this too. So after that, get it these two, and we can usually draw the graphs like this. So first, fxx and fxx is we can given, and after that, fyy is like this: 0 to minus 1 is 0, and from minus 1 to 0 is 1 minus fx minus 1 plus 1, and from 0 to 1 is 1 minus fx0, and from 1 more than 1 is 1. And fyy is like this: 0 to minus 1 to 1 is like that, is this, and 0 is fx1 minus fx0 is equal to the area of that, and there have also have an impulse response of the 1 fx0. So that's the first question. So let's see the second question. The second question is x is uniform in minus 1 to 1, and we can easily find x is 1/2, and capital Fx is half of x plus 1/2 in minus 1 to 1, and after that, it is given that fyy is like this, so we can easily find that do an integral of this, and it's capital Fyy is 1 minus e minus 2y. So after that, we can get that fyy gx is equal to 1 minus e minus 2 gx, and we can get that from the diagram that fy gx is equal to fxx. fxx is this one. So after that, we can do it like e minus 2gx is equal to 1/2 minus 1/2 and x times x. And we do a ln to both sides, and we can get that gx is like this. That's all about homework 4. Thank you.